The Annecy murders of British family remain one of France's most notorious unsolved crimes. Many media outlets even gave it the title of the perfect crime. The French Alps are a majestic mountain range situated in southeastern France. Stretching over 1,200 kilometers from the Mediterranean Sea to Lake Geneva. Renowned for their breathtaking beauty, rugged peaks, and pristine landscapes. In the heart of the majestic French Alps, the village of Annecy exudes charm and allure, captivating visitors with its stunning natural beauty, rich history, and vibrant cultural heritage. Known as the Pearl of the French Alps, Annecy is a picturesque destination that attracts tourists from around the world. Drawn by its idyllic setting, quaint medieval architecture, and plethora of recreational opportunities. One of the main attractions of Annecy is its well-preserved medieval old town, characterized by narrow cobblestone streets, pastel-colored buildings, and charming canals that wind their way through the heart of the village. This is a historic landmark, Palais de l'Isle, a 12th-century castle that once served as a prison and now houses a museum dedicated to local history and culture. Annecy is renowned for its vibrant cultural scene, with a calendar brimming with festivals, concerts, and events throughout the year. The annual Annecy International Animated Film Festival, held in June, attracts animation enthusiasts from around the globe. For outdoor enthusiasts, Annecy offers a wealth of recreational activities to suit every taste and interest. The pristine waters of Lake Annecy are perfect for swimming, sailing, kayaking, and paddleboarding. While the surrounding mountains provide endless opportunities for hiking, mountain biking, rock climbing, and paragliding. Among the tourists that were visiting Annecy in early September of 2012 was a British family of Iraqi origin who embarked on a leisurely vacation in the picturesque region surrounding Lake Annecy. Saad al-Hilli, his wife Iqbal al-Hilli, his mother Suhaila al-Allaf, and the two daughters, Zainab and Zeena, set out to enjoy a day of exploration and relaxation. Little did they know that their idyllic getaway would soon descend into unimaginable horror. On their way, they were stopped by an unknown person, who had his face covered. As soon as the car stopped, he started shooting at their car. Saad, who was driving the car, tried to reverse the car and escape from the bullets. He reversed frantically, and as he was turning his car, it got stuck on the side of the road, but the attack continued. The motive of the attacker was to kill the whole family. After firing more than 24 bullets at the car, the attacker fled the scene. Inside the vehicle, Saad, his wife Iqbal, and his mother lay lifeless, their bodies riddled with bullets. A Frenchman named Brett Martin stumbled upon the scene while cycling along a remote forest road near the village of Chevaline. Martin immediately alerted authorities after coming across the victims. The response of the police following the attack on the British family in the French Alps in 2012 was significant. They closed all the roads going in and out of Annecy. Upon arrival at the scene, they discovered that the daughters had survived the attack. One, aged 4, was found hidden under the legs of her deceased mother in the rear footwell, while the elder daughter, aged 7, was found with serious injuries. They also discovered the body of a cyclist nearby. He was shot in the head. The cyclist was later identified as Sylvain Mollier, a 45-year-old French citizen. They collected evidence, including fired bullet casings and other forensic material near the victim's vehicle. The police conducted an extensive search for witnesses and clues that could shed light on the circumstances surrounding the attack. The sudden and violent nature of the attack sent shockwaves through the community, leaving residents reeling in disbelief and horror. The senseless loss of innocent lives shattered the illusion of safety and security in Annecy, leaving many residents feeling vulnerable and fearful for their own well-being and that of their loved ones. In response to the attack, authorities in Annecy implemented heightened security measures and increased patrols in an effort to reassure residents and prevent further incidents. The sense of vigilance and awareness remained elevated in the wake of the attack, as the community remained on edge and vigilant against potential threats. Media outlets across the globe seized upon the sensational aspects of the story, crafting attention-grabbing headlines to draw readers' attention. Phrases such as "Alpine Massacre" and "French Alps Killings" were commonly used to convey the gravity and brutality of the attack. The international nature of the victims, as well as the remote and picturesque setting of the French Alps, captured the imagination of audiences around the world. News outlets from Europe, North America, Asia, and beyond covered the story extensively, with journalists flocking to Annecy to report on the investigation and its aftermath. Interviews with friends, family members, and acquaintances provided insight into the human side of the tragedy, evoking sympathy and empathy from audiences worldwide. Both the French gendarmes and British detectives pooled their resources and expertise to piece together the events leading up to the attack. Key to their efforts was the preservation and analysis of forensic evidence collected at the crime scene, including DNA samples, ballistic evidence, and physical artifacts. In addition to forensic evidence and witness statements, investigators also delved into the backgrounds of the victims, seeking to uncover any possible motives or connections that may have led to the attack. The al-Hilli family's Iraqi heritage and Saad al-Hilli's work as an engineer were scrutinized for any clues that might shed light on a potential motive, while their personal relationships and financial affairs were examined for any signs of conflict or animosity. As the investigation progressed, authorities on both sides of the channel pursued leads across international borders, cooperating with law enforcement agencies in other countries to track down potential suspects and gather evidence. Surveillance cameras near the scene of the crime captured images of a potential suspect vehicle in the vicinity of the attack. French authorities released images of the vehicle to the public in the hope of generating leads and identifying the occupants. Police stated that they found a total of 25 bullet casings at the scene of the crime. Some of these shells were discovered inside the victim's car. The ballistic analyses of the cartridge cases and butt plate fragments showed that the weapon used by the killer was a Luger P06 semi-automatic pistol, commonly known as Luger. The Luger served as the standard service pistol for several countries, including Switzerland, Portugal, the Netherlands, Brazil, Bolivia, and Bulgaria. It was widely used by police forces and military personnel. The Luger is renowned for its accuracy, smooth shooting, and distinctive grip angle. The first breakthrough came when police arrested a 48-year-old former policeman from a nearby village. This was a significant development in the investigation. The man was identified as a gun enthusiast and was reported to have been dismissed from the municipal police in June 2013. Police found weapons at his home, and he was reportedly living with his girlfriend. Notably, the Luger pistol recovered from his home was not the same model as the one used in the shooting. The lack of a clear motive or suspects fueled speculation, and various theories began to circulate, ranging from allegations of international espionage and terrorism to suggestions of family disputes or mistaken identity. These theories were often fueled by rumors, misinformation, and speculation, as well as by sensationalized media coverage and online discussions. One theory suggests that the attack was motivated by a personal vendetta or dispute involving one of the victims or their acquaintances. This theory posits that the assailants specifically targeted the family, possibly due to past grievances or conflicts. Another theory suggests that the attack may have been the result of a botched robbery attempt. According to this theory, the perpetrator may have targeted the family with the intention of stealing valuables from their vehicle, only for the situation to escalate into violence. Some speculation has centered around the possibility of the attack being linked to international espionage or intelligence operations. This theory suggests that one or more of the victims may have been involved in sensitive or classified activities, making them targets for assassination. This was because Saad was an aerospace engineer by profession. He worked as a mechanical design engineer, specializing in aerospace technology. These theories, among others, have been discussed and debated by investigators, journalists, and the public in the years since the Annecy shootings occurred. To gather more information about the incident, books such as Zainab's story, Surviving the Annecy Massacre by Christina Schmid. This book tells the story of Zainab al-Hilli, the surviving daughter of the family attacked near Annecy, and her journey to cope with the traumatic events of that day. Netflix made a fascinating documentary by the name of The Perfect Crime, The Alps Murders. This documentary series delves into various unsolved crimes, including the Annecy shootings, offering insights into the investigations and the search for justice. Another documentary, The Alps Murders, also known as The Family Massacre at Annecy by Channel 4 of UK. This documentary provides an in-depth examination of the Annecy shootings, exploring the events of that day and the subsequent investigation into the crime. Despite years of diligent effort and countless leads, the truth behind the Annecy shootings remains elusive to this day. The lack of closure has left wounds that may never fully heal, as loved ones grapple with the agonizing uncertainty surrounding the fate of their lost relatives.